The Were of Fjirgard. Wilhelm Bell had seen much of the world, and though his primary interest was commerce, during his travels he had developed an enthusiasm for wonders both natural and man-made. In Bretonia, he had studied the ruins of elven cities that lay beneath the modern town of Liangir. He had watched gigantic cephalopods in the Middle Sea and seen Leviathan in the Great Western Ocean. Once, in a port in Araby, he had even seen a reptile that breathed fire, much to his astonishment and the discomfort of its captors. Now he had brought his ship northwards to the coast of Norska in search of amber and the fur of the fox, bear and marten. It was early in the morning of the third day when he lay down upon the rocky hillside to break his fast and watch life stir below in the little village of Fjirgard. His companion, a young Norseman named Haber, had spread out a handsome thick fur for them to sit upon, and from a leather bag he had produced a loaf of bread, cheese, and some strips of smoked meat that Wilhelm understood to be bear. As they ate and chatted, the people of Fjirgard went around their early morning business. His own ship lay moored at the quayside, and thick-set Norsemen were already loading it with bundles of fur and small but heavy sacks that contained his precious amber. Down in the village, a herdsman noisily gathered his goats and drove them to the little meadow, whilst behind them a hunting party made its way up the steeply sided valley. "Tell me, friend Haber," said Wilhelm. "Every day now I have seen these women meet at dawn, as they do now, and having assembled together some dozen or so carry-laden baskets high up into the mountainside, to what I perceive to be a cave somewhere in that black gully." Below them, the group of women, mostly elderly, but some young, and with children among them, reached the foot of the mountain path. This was but a thin thread of grey against the dark rock, for Fjirgard lay between the mountains and the sea in a little strip of steep land. It was a typical settlement in this respect, for the whole coast was rocky, and in places the mountains fell sheer into the sea. Only in little bays such as this was it possible to build anything like a village, let alone a town.
"They go to feed the Were,"
replied Herber matter-of-factly.
"Is it not so in your own town of, how you say it, Marienberg?"
"Marienberg is quite correct, but we have no creatures of that name. What manner of beasts are these, Were?"
"No werekin?" exclaimed Herber. "Or perhaps you know them by some other name in your land. The Were are those of their chosen champions whom the gods deem not yet worthy to join them as immortals. The werekin live deep in the caves until war comes, when they will fight for one last time before rejoining the cycle of life."
Haber could not but notice the expression of incomprehension on the Marienberger's face, and added,
"It is no disgrace among us, you understand. Some are chosen for glory, and some are cast down. But even those cast down have been chosen, and when they are reborn, they shall be all the greater. It is better to be chosen than live your whole life beyond the sight of the gods, is it not?"
"But," asked Wilhelm, ignoring Haber's question lest he risk offending the youth with views that regarded such beliefs as heresy,
"why do you confine these werekin to the caves? Are they dangerous?" "Indeed, yes, though once they were men. Now they are like animals in both thought and form. Their bodies grow large and distorted and hairy like bears, or horny like a troll. Some grow snarling teeth or claws like wolves. Others grow scales like serpents, or tails, or wings like bats of the moontide. They are monsters, and many die in battle before they ever return home, or else run blindly in their terror and perish in the wilderness. Yet some come home, and the women folk tend to them, their husbands and sons, for the bonds of kinship are strong, and the Were do not attack their own."
"These creatures which you call the Were sound a lot like the mutants we call Chaos Spawn.
Perhaps,
replied Hubbo, cautiously.
the gods choose some for immortality, and some for oblivion. Is it not thus the whole world over?
Nay, Wilhelm shook his head. I have not heard such a thing in all of my travels. No were, and no immortals either.
Then I pity you and all the world,
said Hubbo earnestly.
That of all the races of man, the gods favour we Norse alone.